Hey, men's couch. If I sound clogged or sick, it's because I am just getting over COVID. I think the new COVID that's been going around this summer, COVID Nimbus or whatever it's called, it gave me a really bad sore throat, and I just couldn't. I couldn't. It gave me really bad fatigue and a really bad sore throat with like the worst pain in the throat that you could have ever had. So, um, that being said, I've been reflecting a little bit on my journey with depression and how I've come a long way. I've been reading a little bit of my journals from like years past, and it's kind of like it's a little bit, and not necessarily like nostalgia in a sense, but a little bit of like reflection of how I had a very different mindset back then when I first realized that I developed depression. So I developed depression in my mid-teens. So it's like kind of like high school around that time, and I didn't really know like what to do. I mean, I kind of like I knew that I wanted to get help and get therapy, but I just didn't have, I guess, the energy to do so. And I it took in order for me to get help, it took until like I was in like a crisis. Um so I tried to kill myself. I tried to kill myself like that was like the spring of 2021. I tried to kill myself, and I sorry, it's a little weird trying to it's a little weird saying that right now cuz like I'm in a completely different place in my life. I'm not in that place, but back then it felt like so I wouldn't say easy, but it felt like that was like the thing to do. It's like I needed to not live anymore because I had so much shame and so much guilt packed up inside of me that I felt that it would have been better. The world would have been better without me. Luckily, that didn't happen, and I have since recovered. But that's kind of what got me into therapy. And I bring this up because I feel like a lot of like for men, it's like it's very hard to get to that place where you say like, okay, I really need help. I really need to go get therapy or whatever. Sorry again if I sound clogged, um, but it's difficult because there is this mindset where you want to like you feel like you know how to care about yourself like on your own, but at the same time, um, it's hard for us to humble ourselves and see that we need help. And at that time, when I was like 16, it was hard for me to see that, yes, I needed to take those steps to get help. If you ask me, um, all that stuff, if you ask me, are you going to get help? Are you going to, take those steps? I kind of would have just been like in the middle, I want to see how long I can go without getting help. That did not work out well, and because I almost, guys, I wouldn't be here if had I not um, gotten help, the help that I need. So likely I did, but now like 4 years later, it's 2025. I've been reflecting on that, and a lot has changed. Now I'm like a big advocate for getting help for therapy, but I still see men just stuck in this mindset of I'm just going to bear it all by myself, and I'm just not interested in getting help. And I really think I don't think it has much to do with our mindset of we need to do everything by ourselves. I really think it's fear. A lot of it is fear of the unknown, fear of discovering yourself. I think men are afraid to discover themselves and discover like the all the things that they've been keeping buried. I think that's really what it is. And because I think men really truly want to get help. It's just that we are so afraid of what we will unlock. We're afraid of our like inner demons or our dark selves that we'd rather just avoid it or escape it. But you can't like you can't escape something that's within you. You can only suppress it for so long until it blows up or in a mental breakdown like it did for me. And I actually like I thank God that that happened. That I got to that place because if I didn't get to that place, I would just live the rest of my life like um in utter denial and just like not really taking care of myself. But so I really understand why men don't really go to therapy. It's more of like I think it's um less of a I'm trying to do everything by myself and it's more of a fear of vulnerability, fear of showing any sense of weakness in one's journey to another human being that you don't know. I think it's more of like a fear rather than like trying to do everything by ourselves. Because I mean, there are those people that are really want to be independent and really want to do everything by themselves, but I think the majority of us like have are afraid that things will get worse if we actually get help. But I'm here to say that I got help years ago, and I still get help occasionally. I still go to therapy occasionally. I think I have therapy next week, but I'm here to say that like it's not going to therapy. You have to face your fear of the unknown. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in like this space of wanting to go, but like you're not taking the steps because you're afraid of like what the therapist or what you might discover. Which in actuality, like what you discover is going to be much it might be like might be painful at first, but it's much better than living a life that is not connected to yourself, if you know what I mean. So for a while I was not connected to myself. I was not no, I was disconnected from who I was, and I just lived on the surface. But something in me was like, no, you have to start discovering yourself and dealing with yourself. But we deal with ourselves in a compassionate way. And as difficult as it is to deal with ourselves, um, if we have that lens of compassion toward ourselves, then it'll be much easier. Um, yeah, that's kind of all I want to say today. It's like a short little video. I've been reflecting a lot, uh, and I'm gonna put out some more videos soon. Um, I hope I get over this. I hope I get over COVID. I've had COVID so many times in the past couple of years. It's just like it's like my best friend now. But I hope you all have a nice day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.